Okay.
Yeah. I have to...
Justin, you're a bitch.
But why would you do that to me?
Why would...
Thank you.
Hold on, which one are you guys on? Which map are you guys looking at?
The very foresty one.
Why is that one purple?
The Beastlands Wild
There's like
Dicks.
purple. Shut up.
Nature is beautiful.
It's the one with like the tree, really big tree on the right side. Aww.
What a cop out.
What a
Howard.
cop out.
Howard.
Match so many of these to the back.
Can I say I love how the dick all the way to the very right of the page just looks like a t-shirt. T-shirt. That person needs to visit a doctor. That's cool.
I protest.
It's like a signature. I love how, statistically speaking, there has to be someone out there whose like signature just looks like a dick, but they just don't know it. You know, like they just don't see it.
I bet it's ET.
Oh, it's a cop out. I'm drawing dicks. I don't fucking care.
Never.
Cop out.
Never. Fuck you. Never.
God.
Let chaos reign.
No.
Let chaos reign.
You're acting like you've never drawn a dick and or titty before on a map, okay? Cast the first stone, okay? Sure.
I legitimately don't think I have.
Sure, whatever you say.
You've definitely drawn a dick on the Star Wars maps.
Did I? I don't remember that. Oh, guys, y'all want to hear something that that Kate said earlier? Fucking sent me into the stratosphere.
What?
Kate was like, "Oh, what should I name my Pokemon? Like, what theme should I name my Pokemon as?" And I was like, "Oh, trees." How the fuck
This is in a new save. In a new game.
Okay.
Yeah. And
wait,
I was like, trees. And... Oh shit, we are. Never mind. Never mind.
After session.
Yeah, after session. If I could get the fucking... Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm trying to figure out what the... Ooh. Why can't I move my map?
Can you put a map back on? Just seeing an absolute white screen is freaking me out.
I'm trying to put the map back on. It won't let me select it.
See, that's what you get for erasing our dicks, okay?
Shut the fuck up. There we go.
I want you to know there's one dick that you missed.
No, why did you
I couldn't select it. I know it's there. I know it's there. I couldn't select it. Shut up.
Oh no, there was
Where?
Hey, bitch.
Where?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it. This dick, I drew this particular dick. I spent so long fucking color matching.
Okay, I'm gonna name. I'm not gonna name the champions are gonna be called the champions of Sihonavan anymore. It's gonna be called the dicks of Sihonavan. Fucking watch it.
I like that better, actually.
I'll take that sacrifice.
We all get matching t-shirts.
Session recap. Session recap. Shut up. Justin, shut the fuck up. Last time we played, you all had entered the Beastlands and were trying to evade Karn Starfall and his pack of werewolves. As you guys transfer. If I move this map and there's another dick on here, I'm killing everybody.
No, it's not. I'm just laughing over the whole previous conversation. Also, Kate, you're still stuck in Crazy Blazing 8s.
Huh? I left! Oh, I'm just...
Anyway, you guys were able to evade Karn Sarfall and his various attempts of tracking you guys down. Through methods of, scenting, following your tracks, etc., etc. You guys were able to evade him and his scouts at every avenue, even having a close call with who Ember knew to be his second in command. Um, Henri and Penny had a conversation that was pretty decently civil. And during that time, Henri taught Penny better way of using her her quote unquote ceremonial sickles that were actually made by Henri for Penny's father, Athelstan, which was a whole conversation in itself. There was a conversation that Leto had with Till, right? It was Till, right? Yeah, entire conversation that Leto had with Till, and you guys were able to pretty successfully evade Karn Sarfall and make your way into the heart of the Beastlands. The heart of the Beastlands, of course, being the gigantic, enormous fuck off tree that is at the center where the canopy lies. And as you guys approach this ginormous tree, Addie felt something that she hadn't felt in 5 years. And that was the subtle yet persistent presence of Maleki, a goddess who has all been but abandoned by her less than loyal followers, whose presence has been essentially erased off of the Arvosite Peninsula. And that's kind of where we left off. So you guys arrived at the base of the tree. Its roots are strong and thick and sturdy. Some of them being bigger than a two-story house. As you guys approach the kind of like the you guys can't even really approach the trunk. That's how far down it is. Um, that's how big this tree is. You guys are actually more like going right into the roots of the tree. Um, so, it is the days in the Beastlands are longer than those in Sihonavan, and your party and Leto have come to the overarching kind of roots of this gigantic tree. Let me get a visual for you guys. Let me move you guys kind of. It's basically, this tree basically has its own ecosystem at this point. There are rivers and fluffy beds of moss. Um, Further up in the tree, it reaches way higher into the sky than you can probably even feasibly see. And honestly, the tips of these branches probably reach right into the plane of air somehow, transcending the boundaries of planes. So if you want to climb all the way to the top, you'll probably just end up in the plane of air. Um, Around you guys, there is the sounds of wildlife, of claws scratching and catching on wood. Excuse me. Um, there are leaves that are perpetually falling down from the topmost branches of the canopy, and it's almost dark where you guys are, shielded amongst the roots of this great tree. What are you doing?
Out of curiosity, really quick, I know it's been several days. I assume we have taken a long rest and then walked to the rest of the way of the tree.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm
Yeah,
just sort of
this happened over the
fiddling
course of several, maybe about like a day or so, of traveling.
Okay. Just asking, because I know between myself and Till, you could get just under a mile with spells. And I was just asking so I could keep my 6th level available. What if I just banished? Never mind. Sorry, I'm giggling myself that banish actually fucking worked again. That shit's so fucking funny. Well, it is easily the biggest tree I have ever seen in my life.
That tree is bigger than the temple.
I think that tree is bigger than the island Castle Dalen's on.
Yeah, the tree, pretty fucking big.
Thank you, Lito. We noticed. Sorry.
um, you guys can't even reach it. The route, you're like 1/100th of a. So okay. Here's the route. Oh, fuck. Yes. You see this circle where this route is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's you. That's you guys. Can you even see the dot I made? That's how fucking small you guys are compared to this tree.
Oh, what the
That's,
fuck? Oh,
that's not just one person. That's all of us.
Hi, baby.
Yeah.
oh, god damn. Are the tiniest bitches in the universe. God, it whole fucking Christ. I 1,000 feet isn't much, but I am going to pop a local object
Mhm.
to see if it pings. If we're lucky enough
Oh,
that it pings.
what are you looking for?
The thingy that we're looking for. I can't remember its fucking name.
The orb of dragonkind.
Yes, that's the bitch.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So you pop your locate object for the orb of dragonkind, and can you explain what that does? Can you like put in Roll20?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Its concentration lasts for 10 minutes. Food is here. I will be right back.
Okay, I'll wait till Bones gets back to say anything. Anyone want to talk while you guys are trying? Well, Addie is trying to locate this object.
I think, just as a fun little bit, Penny's been working on her sickle technique, obviously, and so like right now, as Addie's trying to figure out the spell, Penny just pulls out her sickles and is just like trying out like double swing combo moves. Yeah.
You know, making those sounds doesn't make it. I'm sorry.
Certainly a noise Penny made.
Yes. I'm basically just saying, you know, making those sounds doesn't make it any easier, right?
It's not come out right.
I missed all of what you fucking
Damn.
said.
You sound like you're in a fucking Tiger Showman's or something. That's freaking
Oh
great.
no, I was gonna say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am back.
Okay, so you cast Locate Object to locate the Orb of Dragonkind, which has been described to you in detail by both Eridonis and Trailery. So, as you ping the orb, its location is revealed, its rough location is revealed to you. And that location seems to be deep, deep, deep within the heartwood of the tree. Um, Hold on. Oh, within 1,000 feet of you. Yeah, never mind.
You don't know
You
where
know,
it is.
I didn't say specifically where. It's just within there. You don't know if it's up or down. Fuck off. I didn't say that word. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Could I potentially, in some way, by it's here in or around the tree, but like sort of hemming and hawing of like out loud of where could it? I don't know.
You can use the help action.
I'll do that. Help! I need
I need
somebody.
help.
Also, that's my bad because I legitimately don't know how much 1,000 feet is.
Fifth of a mile.
Okay.
Ayo.
This
Can
tree
I
is
Okay.
not a tree.
can I say that Addie's help was smacking Penny in the back of the head to get her shut up while she's doing these sickle grunts so that Ember can concentrate?
Addie wouldn't hit Penny, would just probably just take her hand and just like gently put it over Penny's mouth and maybe just like squeeze her face just a little bit. Just shh. But what do you
Exactly.
Okay. With a 22, Ember, you are examining the terrain, making sure that your party has not been followed anywhere by has not been is not being sneakily ganged up on by the wares of Glass Forest, sorry. And as you're kind of turning about, looking over like the beastlands, you manage to stumble across an opening within the tree. It's hidden by thick, heavy vines, and also thick, heavy roots that are almost growing straight down from the tree down into the ground, but they are pliable and easy to maneuver, and you are able to reveal a hidden tunnel under the tree.
Oh. Ooh. A secret tunnel.
This tunnel is small, very small compared to the tree, of course. And by small, I mean it is only about 8 feet high, and it's very, very dark inside of it. Obviously, despite this being despite it being midday, and also the temperature in the Beastlands is mild in the area you're in currently. Um, it's dark, and it smells strongly of earthy soil, like composting soil and petrichor.
Interesting.
I'll
For those of you with dark vision who can see within this tunnel, you can see that it goes on for further than your dark vision will allow.
fake. Um, I'll probably hit, like, I'll cast light on a few people's things.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we have light.
Henry will activate his Crimson Red on one of his swords with radiant energy because it gives me a 20 feet glow or whatever. So I will do that if you want to put light on anybody else.
Yeah, I'll just hit myself, like, I have like a button or a buckle on the front of my armor, and it's like it becomes like a little shoulder flashlight or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Mm.
I will say though, just as a quick thing, I don't think Addie mentioned feeling Maleki's presence. I think she would be keeping that to herself.
Fair enough.
Penny whispers some words over her sickles, and they start to glow with the light of a dwarf star.
Dwarf star.
A
No, they,
dwarf star? A
yeah,
dwarf
everyone's
became a
irradiated new characters. That's how everyone dies. No, Penny whispers some magic words over her sickles, and they start to glow as if light had been cast on them.
Glow, 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 glow.
Which is probably something Henri hasn't seen them do before.
So,
Probably not.
there is now light on your objects. Do you enter this tunnel?
Yes.
Quick thing. You would say this tree is pretty old, right?
It's
Ooh,
extremely old.
You're going to get brain blasted, my guy.
I mean, I would be. I have to do a quick little vibe check here. You know,
I
just
gotta know. He's gotta know, guys.
just in case. You know, maybe, maybe. Ooh, oh shit! Someone got mold up ahead or something. I don't know.
It's actually a giant mimic.
I don't. Yeah, some shit. Like,
Chief
am I getting
falls,
any?
everyone dies.
Am I getting any bad energy around here that I can just hop on and see some history of some kind or something important? Some kind of Blues Clues or whatever. I don't know.
All right, let's go into the private thing.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I didn't think it was actually gonna work.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Okay. Let's go, Red. Onward.
To the
Grace.
Juice Box Heroes.
Wrong channel.
There you are. So,
What the fuck
Henri
up is this tree?
grim psychometry on this tree, right? Just the tree in general. Am I correct?
Yeah, the tree, the general area, but I mean the general area is the fucking tree, so yes, correct.
So, you ping it, not really expecting much. Because there's not expecting much, but also expecting something because this is a big ash tree, and it's definitely been here longer than maybe the gods have even been around.
What?
Current gods, that is. But there is one thing that you feel when you ping your grim psychometry,
Okay.
and that is it's not good feelings, obviously, but it's more surprise and and alarm than anything else.
Okay.
Whoever was here, whoever, and this was recent. You can feel the weight of how old this tree is, but you can feel how it basically has mourned and lost and loved as much as a tree can. And the feelings of alarm and surprise that you feel that are recent kind of come from the same two things. It once
Sorry, I get you're cutting off
somebody who
now.
got I'm cutting off.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
you're back to normal now, though.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard?
I heard the feelings of alarm and surprise are 2 things, and then you got cut off or some shit like that.
So the feelings of alarm and surprise are the main things that you feel, and the other one is a presence you have already felt before, and that is of that grief that you felt earlier in the Beastlands when this lady, whoever she was, this person laid her hand upon the tree and engraved her hand and an inscription into it.
Okay.
So you're feeling that grief and that concern, and you're also feeling confusion and alarm. It's coming from two completely different people.
Hmm. So wait. Grief and concern is coming from one person, right?
Yes, this is that presence is the one you felt before from
Mhm.
um person who seemed to have lost their child. But
Okay.
the alarm and confusion and surprise is coming from a completely different entity.
Confusion and surprise. Grief and worry. Okay. When you say from another entity, am I getting that same kind of feeling as I got from the presence at the tree of some kind of semi-godly being, or no? Or is this just like
Um,
regular person? If you can tell me, that is.
I can actually tell you because you felt this presence before, because you felt the presence of gods before.
Oh,
But Henri doesn't care about gods.
I don't. But I mean, when it relates to our mission,
Well, like there is a god that Henri felt, and I guess you could say he's a little bit surprised because he's felt it before, and this presence that he's feeling, he has seen in his dreams. And Henri
okay,
knows that Maleki, goddess of hunts and of um yeah, goddess of hunts and nature, etc., etc., sometimes appears before followers or people she deems worthy um in their dreams.
wait, are you saying that Henry has gotten those dreams before, or he's got the feelings that he's gotten those dreams before? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Henri has gotten dreams from Maleki before, but he fucking brushed them off. We have been over this. We have been over this.
It's been a while
Just
then.
to let you know.
It must have
It's,
been out.
it's, it's been a while, but we have gone over this.
Well, thanks for the refresher. Wow. Wait, so you're saying these feelings of alarm, confusion, and surprise is coming from this presence that is similar to Maleki's, to the point that it might just be
Yes.
Maleki. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. Okay. Grief and worry from that one person, alarm, confusion, and surprise from another. Okay. Good to know. Interesting. Interesting. And
It sure is.
are these like lingering feelings, or feelings that I'm feeling from the distant past?
Lingering.
Lingering. Okay. Good to know. Interesting. Okay. Someone's not doing great. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Hee hee, not me, right?
Tehi.
Hee
All
hee.
right.
Anyway, we can go back now.
All right. Good to know.
corpse or some shit. And then it becomes a...
Henri, you come out of your room psychometry, and you look around, and right there, almost hidden, is another inscription.
Oh.
Higher up than you can feasibly reach, because whoever made this was again 7 feet tall. Same handprint and same inscription with the same kind of cryptic message.
Hmm.
That you already assume is Sylvan, because
Mhm.
that's what the last one was in.
Wait, like exact same symbol? Like exact same word?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
I feel like
That's
Henry touches the wall. Obviously, can't reach the inscription because it's all the way up because she's a giant woman. I mean, it's fairly clear, but he still confirms it by saying she was here too.
Who do you think she is?
I'm not sure. She is someone of a godly presence. What I can say is that she's not the only godly presence who has set foot in this place. I'm not
You
sure
feel her
exactly.
too?
Yes. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it, but I'm fairly certain that Maleki is near.
She is.
There's this lingering feelings, not just something from long ago. It's still here. It's still present. It's confusion, surprise. It's all jumbled together and complicated. All I know is I'm fairly certain it's her.
Do you think Maleki has a sister who might wander these woods? Not as well known, but maybe related?
Lady has a sister?
Well, I don't know. Her name could be Ulika or something. Similar but familial.
Oh, so you don't know if she is... Okay.
Hold on. God, does Maleki have a sister?
No, wait. I'm trying to do something, please. This is all bullshit, please.
Okay.
What is happening? I'm so confused right now.
For the bullshit, I will hear you out.
Indulge
Because
me,
I do
please.
like shenanigans. What's the shenanigans?
I mean, maybe Maleki had a sister named Ulika or something.
Okay.
Again, God, does she have a sister?
Are you waiting for someone to say that name? Just go ahead and say your little joke.
Ulika means
Motherfucker!
We were all there like, the hell?
What are you doing?
Oh, did he?
Anyway, Maleki does
Maybe.
not have a sister.
Good to know. Good to know. Are you okay,
Sorry.
Penny? Do you need a minute to catch your breath?
Kate does. Penny's fine.
Does Kate need a minute to catch their breath?
Maybe. I keep way too hard about that joke and you guys let me down.
Let you hang.
Must be
Yeah,
Like, you pitched yourself up like 3 octaves at the start of this joke.
that's Penny's tell right there. Oh,
God.
God.
Fucking goob.
You like how these nuts?
Okay.
Where
Anyway.
for hours. Bonk.
Any fucking way. Henri, please continue. Or Addie, one of you, Addie, I'm pretty sure it was you. You said that you felt Maleki, that you know that Maleki's presence is there. Please continue.
That's it. Just sort of like kind of confirming like, oh, I'm not actually fucking crazy. Cool. Confirming with the guy that fucking hates the gods.
I hate him so much I can feel him here. Urgh.
He would.
Henry starts like breaking out in hives or something.
So there's this giant tunnel,
Sorry.
there's this 8-foot tunnel right in front of you guys. Some giant woman left her mark here again. Maleki's fucking presence has made itself known. What you guys doing?
Before we go any further, I would like to quickly do a ping of the leader to see his movements, I guess. How far he is.
Okay, so you know that Karn is maybe a 10 hours journey from where you guys are right now.
Suck it, he can
10
suck
hours.
dick.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, you can also kind of infer that the man, he kind of knows where you guys are going.
Okay.
There's only one giant fuck off tree in the Beastlands.
True. And aren't they looking for the same thing? I mean, the item, right?
They are.
Okay. Good to know. But also good to know they're 10 hours away, which also means like his buddies might be 5 hours away or something if they're going ahead. They're ahead of him. I mean, his little scout thing. But yeah, before as Henry kind of walks in further, kind of being like, all right, guys, let's go. He does say, Cars is about 10 hours away. I assume his scouting party is probably 5, 4, who knows. So they're close behind.
That means we at least have some time. Hopefully we can get the item and skedaddle out of here, but... no, we can't. We have to deal with them.
The scouting parties will be easier to handle than the
Mhm.
full brunt of the pack.
And
Well,
Eddie, you
that's
wouldn't
a
happen
great
to have any
idea.
spells that could conceal this tunnel, would you?
I wish, but I do not.
We have the well.
I was...
We can just grab it and get the fuck out.
I just meant to slow them down. This tree's so big and we've gone through this tunnel. If there was some kind of way that we could have closed it up a bit, might have bought us even more time. But if not,
I was
wishful thinking, I guess.
looking at my spells because I had that exact same fucking thought.
Great minds think alike.
Yep.
Well, we best continue forward then. Oh, we still have the advantage.
I guess so.
And with my glowing sword, I enter further.
Okie
Yeah,
dokie. So,
Start going.
you enter this tunnel, and immediately you can just feel how stifling it is. The pressure that was bearable outside of the tree weighs down on all of you as you continue to walk further and further into this tunnel. Only the light from the objects that Addie casted on, illuminating your way. Everyone, please roll me a check I will tell you what to
Okay.
check in a second.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and then add whatever happens later.
Don't do that. Wisdom saving.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm good
interesting.
at those.
I'm also good at those.
Is
25.
is Leto good at those? Gotta look at
Wisdom,
Leto.
16.
Where is Leto? Leto. I always forget about fucking Leto. Is Leto
Don't
even his
forget
real?
Till.
Till is T-posing in the corner. They're fine.
Oh, there you are.
Oh wow. Yeah, Leto's fucking stellar. What did everybody get?
We've been
25.
we've been putting it in the Roll20 chat. But I
Yeah.
got an 18.
16.
14.
So everyone except for Henri.
Oh no.
Get wrecked.
You guys feel fine. No difference. But Henri, you feel different. You feel like the weight of your sins is pressing down upon you, having you in a chokehold like none that you've ever encountered before.
I guess it makes sense. I'm probably the most sinful person here, let's be honest. Okay. How does that manifest exactly? Just so I know. Like,
You have you have a negative to negative, hold on, where's my D4? Sorry. Hold on. Hidden. What is fuck? Come on, please land. You have a -3 to all ability checks and um and roll to hits
damn.
on your thingamabob.
Oh, it's like a bane.
Oof.
Yeah, so you you are overwhelmed by the things you have done with your own two hands. The blood that you have wielded, the blood that you've spilled.
I've kicked a lot of people too, yeah.
Yeah, the skulls you have cracked and all the warlocks that have died right underneath your hands. As you are spiraling with this bane, it feels like this, and you can feel it more acutely as you one failed and two were the person who did the grim psychometry. Whoever whose ever grief you felt before, they are weighing your soul and they do not like what they see.
Interesting. Okay. To know.
Would Penny notice this?
That depends. Honorary, how well are you hiding this?
Honestly, that's a hard question, you know, because I feel like Henry's already a very brooding person. So, is he not always contemplating his sins in a way?
What's
Or
more,
this isn't a
You
very
do have
new
a very
feature?
good point.
well, no, hold on. I have a question for you. Would he consider killing warlocks a sin?
Damn.
Or just
Maybe not like
Appleton?
maybe not like all the warlocks, even if there were
Hmm.
probably ostensibly at least one or two innocent ones within there, but Athelstan definitely. I
You
feel
know,
would it be
I say
accurate to say
relative.
Athelstan is the one he regrets the most? Is that accurate?
I mean, with the curse that you're specifying, I don't want to cop out and be like, "Oh, I'm really struggling over the one good one, quote unquote." You know, I
Mm-hmm.
think I feel because I really don't think Henry's like he would be. Oh, 100% they're all bad, or 100% they're all good. You know, it's like if there's a
There's a nuance.
percentage. Not just good warlocks, bad warlocks, just the feelings of guilt, even if he did kill bad warlocks, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. It's like
Mm-hmm.
now with this curse, whatever percentage of doubt or shame that he had for killing all warlocks or just killing anybody throughout his whole life, but especially the warlock stuff, it's amplified now.
Yeah, my question.
Not just
Yeah,
after
my
sex.
question wasn't a cop out. Wasn't a here's a cop out
Mhm.
question. My question was like, a suggestion of like, the ones he didn't feel guilt for before. Does he feel guilt? Is it like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, I can justify these ones in the past, and I'm not gonna let myself feel guilty for them.
Mhm.
And now you're being divinely forced to feel the weight of all
Mhm.
those deaths.
If I had to, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. If I had to explain it better, it would be like knowing that you have felt guilt for certain ones leaves room for you to feel guilt about them all in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're now seeing it in a different way. You're now seeing it from a different point, which just makes you reflect, I guess. So now that's piled on more rather than being cubbied away as it usually is for his
Mhm.
afternoon brooding. So yeah, he's feeling guilty. Why not? Yeah.
How well is Henri hiding that from the rest of the party?
I think still fairly well. Um not just because it's something that he usually does, but even if he did seem a little bit more somber than usual, it could probably just be explained away to the the grim psychometry he's done twice now on that other person, on that tall
Mhm.
lady. Because that does hit
Okay.
close to home.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting indeed.
Mhm.
All right.
But I'm down to make it a role of sorts if Penny is looking into it, I guess. If
I
they're
mean,
activating it.
I only just wanted to be like an annoying little shit and be like, "Are you afraid of the dark?
Oh, okay. Then I don't think it's that obvious.
What's wrong, afraid of the dark?"
Penny,
Be
you
a
don't
little
have dark
shit.
vision either.
Yeah, I do.
What's your race again? Oh shit, you do.
ASMR. Yeah, I'm not a human.
Oh,
I'm not a basic bitch.
boring,
Wow.
boring
Thanks.
loser.
Basic bitches. But yeah, as you guys kind of feel this pressure from the rest of you can pass this pressure off as maybe it's just kind of the atmosphere from the roots and the trees and everything like that. Henri, you don't say a thing, but you're like, oh fuck, I am not Gucci right now. But you
Homie's
hide it pretty
having a
well.
homie's having a 3 a.m. mental breakdown
Yeah.
at
Existential
10,
crisis.
10 in the morning.
Yeah. With that though, you guys continue on. Oh, hold on, and this is going to last for
Oh,
hold on. 6 hours,
Ooh.
oh.
which
God.
in the Beastlands is different, so it's more like 9.
What's 6 hours to a lifetime of brooding?
Can I? Sorry, before we have gone like into the tunnel, could I at like a few feet like into the tunnel cast alarm?
That's smart.
Sure. How far away do you have to be to um have alarm?
It
Is there
just
like a
it's
distance?
just let's see. Let's see. A mental alarm alerts you with a ping in your mind if you are within 1 mile of the warded area. So we at least have a mile.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's no problem.
That's good. That's good.
I can
Hey,
like if the rest of the party's okay with this, once we reach the edge of the mile, if we are not at our destination, set another alarm.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Bones.
All right. I will set
Bones.
an alarm spell at every mile as we're walking.
Bones, I got a birthday present for you.
What?
Right now? In the middle of the session?
Yeah, just so I can have the recording. Corny says happy birthday too.
Oh,
you,
those are so
Courtney!
cute.
Oh my
Those
god!
are adorable.
Alright,
I'm
we
losing
continue.
my fucking mind.
Just before I forgot.
I love them so much.
Okie dokie. So, as you all delve deeper into the tunnel of the Beastlinch tree, it is a little too cozy for your comfort, but you guys are watching out for any type of monsters, creatures, especially the wares that were following you all throughout the Beastlands. And eventually, you guys reach a fork of sorts within the tree. There's one path, still the same dirt path, gently sloping downwards, and another path gently sloping upwards.
I will pop another locate object. Poof. Which way,
Alright,
God?
it's still not within 1,000 feet. Because you're still kind of in the base of the tree. So it's anyone's guess at whether it's further down or further up.
I have no. We could go or down, and I agree with the other.
Monster, kind of, we're
Had
cutting
to
in and
hold-
out.
Yeah, you're cutting.
Oh,
You're a little robot-y.
just saying. I am. My voice connected thing is freaking the fuck out, more or less. Hold.
Wait,
How is that?
better so
Hello?
far.
Yep.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, it's shitting its
Oh,
No, we're losing you again.
pepperoni.
like every time I talk, disconnect.
Check which Wi-Fi you're connected to. Make sure you're not connected.
Regular Three Musketeers.
Okay. Shit.
I don't know. All I was saying was, we take a path and Ori takes the other, and I'm blind as Ori flies.
What's the
that should be
distance on
fine.
that for Addy?
How long?
I think it's also within 1 mile. If I'm not mistaken.
Let me look at my spell of Find Familiar. Oh, only 100 feet, so really wouldn't matter. Let's see. While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses it has. During this time, you are deaf and blind with regards to your own senses. So, it's super useful.
This might
Can
be
we
a
do an
little silly.
investigation?
Is there any kind of Can I smell anything coming from one path to the other?
Any smell? Roll me an investigation check.
Can I make a perception?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, okay.
Snoof, snoof.
Yeah, with an investigation that would have been a natural 20, but with perception that's a 31.
Okay. So with a 31, well, everyone else is talking, trying to figure out like the best course of action to take with regards to the downward path or the upward path. You let yourself go to your senses as you go back to the teachings of your father growing up in Zixclesia. The tracking, the keying into the more animalistic shifter part of you that is with you no matter where you go. And you um use your senses and try to sniff what's happening on either path. Now, the top path seems a little bit, they both seem a little stale, is the thing. They're both a little stale, but the downward path smells a little bit more earthy, a little bit more uh uh humid, like there's some sort of underground river flowing through this tree, which there very might well be. Um the other path just kind of smells like the same type of dirt and roots and decomposing matter that your senses have just been sealed with this entire time. And with the 31, I can tell you that the downward path, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, has the faint smell of rot.
Hmm.
I'll point that out to everyone else.
Interesting. Interesting.
You
Weird question.
Hmm. Yes.
Any sort of associated with Aleki? Or Aleki? Like, if her presence is you sort of the sense like XYZ thing. Just
Let me check.
curious.
Let's see. Doot, 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 doot,
I'm sorry
doot.
if I'm doing too much.
You are not. Y'all know I love stuff like this. Kingdom of Sihonavan, deities of the Arthasic Peninsula. Do I have a table of contents? I do not. Alright. Selune, Kilgamore, Aurel, Azoth, Shantae, Lathander. Maleki, here we go. Goddess of forest and wilderness. Um, associated with sacrifice and victory. Uh,
Like, if Addie felt Maleki's presence at all in the past before Maleki disappeared, was there something associated with that experience?
let's see. Give me 1 second
Mhm.
because I'm gonna have to add this into the world building. Um, uh, interesting. So, Addie, um, roll me a religion check.
Okay. 23.
You know that there is a delicacy here on the Arvisite Peninsula that Maleki's followers are known for. And I'm pulling this out of my ass because you asked me this, and here it is. That uh that all throughout Zixglesia, and particularly in the Styx Blinds and protected in Sihonavan, there is a particular type of tree that Maleki's followers have cultivated and kind of made popular throughout, her long time as the goddess of the forest and the hunts, and kind of by extension to that, trees and wild trees and the fruits of labor,
Is it
both
poplar oak?
Is it the
metaphorically
poplar
and
oak?
both metaphorically and literally. And it is the
The poplar oak.
cacao tree. The cacao tree. Shut up.
Chocolate.
Okay. Slay. We love that.
Yeah. So there is so knowing this, I'm sure you tell Ember, and Ember with that 31 perception check, there is the faint smell of cacao coming from the lower to the lower sloping path.
Like, oh, that was the other smell. I smelled the rot, but there was something else that I couldn't identify. That would make sense what it is. I guess that direction?
Sounds good to me.
Is this
Towards
maybe
her
another...
ladyship.
Yeah, is this another opportunity to cast Locate Object?
I did pop one off when we got to this crossroad.
Ah, my
It
bad.
lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, my bad.
So if we go, I have at least 7 more minutes of it.
All right, we best get going
8.
then. Follow the cacao, the rotting cacao. Why not?
Hold on. I'm just trying to look at more trees that grow near the equator. Because I'm gonna need this later anyway, because Sihonavan, the Arvosite Peninsula, technically is near the in-world equator. Oh, I should probably... Cacao tree was just like the first one that popped up, so
I love that.
Anyway, you guys go down the path, and as you go down, it goes from gently sloping to pretty pretty sharply sloping, if I do have to say, where you all have to watch your step and make sure that who's ever in the back doesn't fall and create a domino effect, making all of you fall. It does eventually start evening out some, and you all reach a large cavern within this tree. It's about, I want to say, 60 feet high, and 60 feet high and 60 feet across. And lo and behold, there is a river of sorts flowing in this underground tunnel, in this underground cavern. And uh in the middle, kind of just slightly so, there is a break and a cut through the thick roots of the trees, letting small patch of sunlight grow on this earthy mound, which is full of cacao trees that are just kind of chilling there. So we've all seen Dungeon Meshi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems
Y'all
like a
know what I'm
drop.
talking about. The thing with no, not the dryads.
Oh,
The
the
thing with
lamb
Fallen
ride,
and
I think.
Oh, the
yeah,
biomets.
yeah. So he's kind of like that.
All right.
Yeah. So you have the underground river. It's pretty decent size. It's only about like 10 feet across. And it's not really cutting through your path. It's just kind of cutting through. It curves. It's curving. It's curving. Um, and also, what's in this room? There seems to be only one way out. But you guys can, stop, rest, eat if you need to, etc., etc. And there are the cacao trees that are actually fruiting. Um, Even though in Sihonavan it is it's already autumn and winter is almost upon you all, where it is not going to be very conducive to be growing anything, and no plants are actually fruiting at this time. Not particularly well anyway. But these cacao trees have fruits in abundance. Um,
Mostly.
they're there's at least 15 trees, all with um large bundles of cacao fruit hanging off of them.
Okay.
Can I go try to see if there's any magic around the tree as like a protective thing, kind of?
Do you want to do a detect magic?
I don't have detect magic. I was hoping I could just get an Arcana check.
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
I have detect magic if we want to wait for it to be ritually cast.
I don't mind waiting.
12. 12 Arcana.
Oof.
You can't really glean too much. For all intents and purposes, this looks like a regular tree. You want to roll a nature check?
I mean, my nature's not much better, but yeah, now that I'm closer. Ooh, that actually is better. 17 nature.
Okay, so examining these trees, you can tell that they are just pretty regular, apart from the whole being associated with the Maleki thing.
I turn around and look at Ember and Addie and Henri and Till, and I just say, I have confirmed it is not a poplar oak tree.
Penny, what
I'm
the
gonna
hell's a
kill
poplar
Penny.
oak tree?
I'm gonna kill Penny.
Thanks.
Well, it's a tree. It's a tree that I dreamt of, and it's my favorite tree.
Oh. Alright.
That's
It's
nice.
it's exactly half a poplar tree and half an oak tree, split down the middle and then stitched together. And then usually there's a couple of swings on either side of the tree.
That is not how that fucking works.
Stitched
It's
together.
a dream, God. Let it happen.
That sounds
What even
like a
work?
nice dream.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I couldn't tell if there was any magic on it, but it's definitely not a poplar oak tree.
That's
Thank you for
good
checking.
Oh.
to know. Thank you.
Well, if
You're
we
welcome.
want to hang out for a few minutes, I can get some detect magic going.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
It
You'll
might
be
be a
able
good
to tell
opportunity.
for certain if this is a Papa Oak tree.
No, not Papa Oak. Poplar.
Poplar oak. Okay.
And it's
I-
a good opportunity to rest our feet a little. Rest your feet a little.
I agree.
I will spend 11 minutes ritually casting detect magic. Poof.
Okay, so you guys can gain the benefits of a short rest. And you cast before you take the short rest. So if you can you get spell slots
Nope.
on a short rest? No? Okay, sorry. So it doesn't well, you're
I mean,
also ritually casting it.
you could do arcane recovery as a wizard.
I already did arcane recovery.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a
Um,
4th level and a 2nd level back.
bummer.
Yeah.
Addie, you know that this tree, that these cacao trees are mundane. The only thing that is special about them is that they are growing in the Beastlands, so everything has a subtle layer of magic around it, but they aren't magical themselves.
Okay. I guess I'll just sort of like take a walk around this cavern. Cause like I have the spell up. Might as well see if there's anything interesting.
Yes, note.
Where are you going?
Just walking around the cavern.
Okay, do you exit out of the do you poke your head through the hole at the other end? Not the hole, but the entrance at the other end? Do you poke your head through?
No.
Okay. You're gonna have
I'm
to
not
go
gonna
through
get
it eventually, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let myself just get snatched while I'm alone. That's stupid as fuck. Addie's seen horror plays.
Let's split up, gang.
Yeah, she knows how this shit works, how this shit happens. Nope, she's just gonna
Addie,
walk around.
is it worth praying to Maleki while we're here?
Rowdy.
I could try. It's
I'm gonna go take a piss while you're doing that. Be right back. Stomp, stomp,
Thank
stomp.
you for sharing that information. That's totally something I know.
You're welcome.
Don't let the giant millipedes bite your dick off.
A bite
That
there's
would be
off, they'll try.
unfortunate.
Oh my god. Um, I'll stand like by the cacao trees, like closer to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pull out my little wooden triptych. And I'll kneel on the ground and I'll set it down up against like a little bed of moss. And yeah, I'll try praying to her ladyship.
Yeah, that's what this is. I'm putting some pictures in the chat of kind of what it looks like in here.
Ooh, what the fuck? That's spooky.
Oh, sick.
It's
Oh.
kind of stuff like that.
Okay.
Pretty freaking
Excellent.
nuts.
Fine.
Ookie.
Yeah, that's kind of where you guys are at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
you you take out your triptych. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yes.
Triptych. And you pray to Maleki. And you don't know if it is being on her plane, being a devout follower even in these trying times, if it's because you can faintly feel her, but you feel a pulse of celestial energy answer your prayers before, but it almost, it's not very strong. It's almost like, you know how sometimes when you're dreaming you, it's kind of like, it's as if somebody is talking in their sleep. You know, it's there but it doesn't quite make any sense, and it's gone before you can really register or understand what was being said. But yeah, and it only lasts for about second or two before it just falls away.
I think Addie jolts a little bit. Um, Part of her feels guilty because she wasn't expecting it. She
Mhm.
straight up wasn't. Um, Confirmation of something end and not just the energy of her goddess is like kind of with her right now.
Ooh, can you repeat that last part?
Getting not necessarily just acknowledgement, but like there's something on the other end, someone on the other end.
You're getting
Instead of-
robot-y again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be
Okey-dokey.
back.
So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm just having a pee break.
I'm looking around, more out of curiosity than anything, and then also, again, keeping an ear out.
I mean, I don't want to fuck with Ember again, but my first thought was Penny telling Till more about the poplar oak tree from her dream.
I wonder if by now Ember has gotten used to tuning Penny out, which sounds mean, but
No, I feel like it's canon that Penny just rambles about random subjects.
and like Ember's good at tuning in when
She does the
Penny's
ADHD ramble about almost anything.
yeah, and Ember's good about tuning in when she's being spoken to. But otherwise is just like, okay, she's not talking to me. I can filter that noise out.
Filter that noise.
I think while Addie is kind of walking around this cavern, and squares herself away to pray, Leto goes up to you, Penny, and he says, I noticed that you have sickles now. Where did those come from?
Testing.
Hello,
One, two,
welcome
three,
back.
testing.
Hello, welcome back.
Well, they're my dad's. So anyway, this poplar tree.
Sorry, I'm not. I mean, Cricket's been trying to teach me. I'm not too well versed in dendrology.
Well, they were my dad's, and now they're mine. And I can kind of just summon them whenever I like.
Interesting.
To demonstrate, I'll like chuck one across the cave, and then as a bonus action, summon it back to my hand. See?
Hmm. Well, just be careful when you throw those.
I don't think she will.
I think it'd be funny if the one that I did throw was like maybe a foot away from Henri, where it hit the wall. He just chucks it over in Henri's direction and misses by like a foot, but it's still close enough to spook him a little bit.
Okay, never mind. I see that you have history with Henri, so I'm not. That's just none of my business.
Well, I don't specifically, but I know what you mean.
Do you?
He killed my father, therefore I have a vengeance against him.
Oh, well, that's rather simple.
You could say it's a history, but it's a more mutual history than a direct one.
No, I'm familiar with mutual histories and direct histories. If you want to kill him, I can't exactly wish you good luck on that, but hopefully the two of you work out whatever you need to get done. Whether that ends in someone dying or not is none of my business.
I'll take all the luck I can get, Leto.
Sure. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna reorganize my bag. And Leto walks away.
I feel like that's
Okay.
I feel like that's
So
Leto's way of
anyway, the poplar oak.
I feel like that's Leto's way of getting information. It's just going up to someone asking a question and then saying like, "Never mind, it's none of my business," just for the person to answer their question because he said that. So the
Very
person just
effective. You guys have told Leto a lot of stuff that he's just like, I don't care.
yeah.
If he doesn't care, then why does he ask?
He says never mind. He says never mind mid-question. He's like, actually, I don't want to know. And then you'll tell him anyway.
Makes me
You
feel like he
shouldn't
does
have
want to
asked.
know. This was just his tactic of gaining interest or whatever.
Anyway, Bones testing?
Testing. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, right. As I was saying, no, for Addie sort of like jolts out of the prayer. And you know, part of her is like elated that Maleki answered. Part of her is just like, holy like feeling a bit of guilt that she kind of doubted her goddess. But there is like relief that there's someone on the other end, even if it is kind of incoherent.
Mm-hmm.
It's the confirmation for Addie that the presence that she's feeling isn't the like echoes of the divine, the divinity, Maleki's divinity, sort of like fading away. There's a being, and where there's a being, there, where there is a mind, there is more. I felt her.
That's great. Are you okay?
Surprised mostly. I suppose I had made peace with the thought that she was gone, or dead, but she's she was there. It was nonsensical. I don't really know how to describe it, but she's a part of her is still there.
That's great. I hope she'll still be there if we find her.
I hope so as well. We should probably keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could I do an alarm right at the entrance of the cavern that we came through?
Yeah.
I assume, like, I know I said every 1 mile, but it's just, one of those things of... And, none of my previous... Well, the previous alarm has not pinged yet?
No, not yet. You guys have only... They were only 4 or 5 hours away. You guys have only been down in this cavern for maybe, like, 2.
Alright. Okay.
But, you guys exit the large cavern, and you enter into a much smaller one. again, it's only one way in, one way out. No, two ways in, two ways out. Which the next one is directly across. But as you all step into this smaller cavern, everyone kind of stops for just a little bit. Because this cavern is only about 30 feet across with a lower ceiling that's only about 20 feet high. And in here are graves, tombstones, and grave markers in very neat, orderly rows.
Cool. What language is on the
There,
grave?
there's about 5 in each row and 5 in each column on either side, so 25 plus 25. There's about 50 graves altogether. And set into the wall are coffins, stone coffins. So there's 54 graves in all. 2 set into the wall on either side, and then 25 on each side of this room.
Oh.
Well,
What language is on the tombstone?
You can look.
Yeah, curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go look over at one of the tombstones. And one of them is in common. Um, and you look over, it looks like there are various languages that you can see in here. Some some languages that you speak, some in some languages that you don't speak. Uh, Leto kind of pokes around and it's like, oh, this one's in Elvish, but in a more relaxed dialect. So perhaps it was by someone who was half Elvish and learned it kind of secondhand. And oh, Draconic is over here. Is what he says. There seems to be a lot of them in a myriad of languages. Addie, what languages do you speak?
I speak Celestial, Common, Elvish, Conversational Gnomish, and Halfling, and Sylvan.
Okay, so is it fair to assume that everyone's just kind of looking at the graves, just kind of
Yeah.
walking around?
Yeah.
Okay, so Eddie, you see one written in Celestial, and the DM has to pull up fantasy name generator for me first. Hold on.
What?
Worry about it.
What
Do
do
I see
have?
any written in Abyssal or Infernal?
You do.
Okay, we can get to those in a sec.
I'm so scared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's fine.
Wait,
It's
you're
fine.
pulling
It's
a
fine.
fantasy name generator, so it's probably someone I don't know. Not someone from my backstory.
Yeah.
Shit's pants.
Let's see. Oh, that one's good.
My dad's name is on the grave.
Oh god.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
that would be bad.
Imagine.
Addie phases out.
Uh, someone quick, give me a race.
Dwarvish.
Who said that? What?
Rock gnome.
Dwarvish? There we go. One's written in Celestial, and it is the name of. Here we go. Lesnan Doldim,
You're gonna have to put
the
that.
Loyal Heart. I will put it in the. It's not too important, I'll be honest, but
Real
I
loyal
will put
like
it in
that.
here. Fuck. Can I please copy this fucking name? Here we go. Hold on. Give me a second. I just gotta put my clothes in the.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
I deadass thought I was gonna pull out a name for my backstory. And I was just gonna be like,
What are you doing here?
What do you mean?
like Addie was going to like spontaneously combust into the fifth dimension. And by Addie, I mean me.
Hee. You cannot escape your backstory.
Well, he's doing fantasy name generator, so it's not someone I know. Unless that was a lie as he dug through my backstory for people. Be here. Damn, I kind of forgot the pictures I used for Addie's parents. They are fine.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm back. What was I saying?
You're putting the name that you found into
Oh, yep.
channel. Something, the loyal heart.
What, sorry?
The name, there was like a name and then a title that this person had.
Yes. So,
Oh.
uh, Lesnan Dolden, the Loyal Heart. And do you want to roll me a quick history check?
Sure.
Either history or religion, doesn't matter which one.
I'm gonna roll history too.
They're both the same. I got hold on.
Oh no.
27.
Okay. So, you heard about this particular dwarf in passing, Addie. They were a extremely loyal and devout follower of Maleki. The Loyal Heart's epitaph came from the fact that they would leave no person behind in hunts, no matter how dangerous or hairy they got. And Maleki rewarded their exploits multiple times over their long. Hold on, my mom is calling me. Oh my god.
She knows it's a Saturday night, right?
I don't think she cares.
Ike's mom's probably thinking like, they're not doing anything. That's my mom for real. Like, what the fuck you doing on a Saturday night? You don't got no friends.
Loser.
Joke's on her. You have 5.
You just I'm not. I'm definitely not starting right
4.
now.
4.5.
4.5. Yeah, I'll take it.
Is Ike the half?
No, me.
Thank you for
I
saying
am the
that.
half.
Oh. I thought this was a mean kite joke.
Thank God you said it, because if I said it, I was like, I can't be mean tonight.
Yeah, because you're meeting every other night of the week.
Exactly.
No, I meant it as because Justin and I are just business associates.
Yeah, just a half.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, but it's
25%.
truly just business
4 and a
associates.
quarter.
Yeah. Courtney and I are friends. Justin and I, associates.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
This dwarf was rewarded by Maleki for their hunting exploits over their long-lived life by having a place beneath her great tree as a final resting place.
Interesting.
Is it safe to say that that sort of is relatively the same for every grave here?
Yes.
These people were exceptionally devout followers of Maleki to the point where they were honored as this was their final resting place.
Yes, it is. It is extremely right to assume that.
Interesting.
Um,
When
there's
was the last person? Sorry, I know this probably doesn't. I'm just curious. Who was the last person to receive such an honor?
I'm so glad you asked that.
Oh, okay.
It was your dad, Addie.
It was not.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, I was gonna say because my dad turned into a pile of goo.
sure did.
What?
So,
Don't worry
poking
about it.
around. Don't worry about it. It's whatever. Poking around, looking at the graves um that are marked down here. Um, you actually find like a stairway sewn out of like rough bark and dirt and wood kind of packed together, and it leads down to another grave site. And the newer ones seem to be um further down. um there's no spookies or creepy crawlies, don't worry. um but the grave that is the newest one that you happen to find 5 floors down, it is a it's written in Sylvan, Sylvan that you can read. It's not too hard to kind of. The epitaphs are very, very um to the point, but this one only has a name. The epitaph was here was it looks like it was kind of chipped out with like masonry tools. So you can't read the epitaph. But someone give me another race really quick.
Halfling.
Halfling? Perfect.
Get some short keyings worshipping Maleki.
So,
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, that's a cute name. I mean, I know they're halflings and they're like real people. Not real people, but like whole ass people, but like that's still a cute name. Um, it was Dander Mist Rabbit, who seems to be the newest person. The newest grave here, and their epitaph has been chipped out what looks like to be with masonry tools. And this grave stands out not only because it's the newest one. All the grave sites kind of follow the same type of layout. 25 graves, 5 rows, 5 columns either side, two coffins set into the wall. Um, and in this particular room, there's only about 20 graves on one side, no coffins, and the other side is bare. Um, and this was about 1,000 years ago, the most recent. And what stands out about this grave is that it seems you're not even sure if this is real or not, but there is what appears to be some sort of horn inlaid onto the grave marker.
Locate object.
What object are you locating? The orb of Dragonkind?
Oh, you said horn. I thought you said orb inlaid. Okay, no, I'm not.
No.
Okay. Just gotta horn inlaid to okay. Weird question. Can I pull the horn out of the stone?
You can roll me a strength check.
Oh, Jesus.
Athletics.
I'm not trying to break the stone. Like, if it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, I'm not fucking with it. But, like, my brain's just like, this feels like a quest item.
Break it.
I don't wanna, though. That's gonna
Do
be
it.
If you roll a nat 1, you break it.
I rolled an 8. So
An
I don't
8?
fucking break it. So fuck you.
You want me to give it a try?
Okay, well, I need more context. There's a horn inlaid in the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything written on the horn? Any signifying, like significant markings? Like,
I should clarify. This is not like a horn that you blow or like a musical instrument. It appears to be from some sort of animal.
is it stone or like horn material horn?
It's definitely a satyr horn. Come on.
Roll investigation on that.
What's my investigation? +5. I don't fucking know. I rolled a 1. Fuck if I
You
know.
don't fucking know. Yeah, you don't know.
Oh no. Come on, Addie.
Luckily for all of you, Leto is there. And Leto takes one look at this horn, as he's poking around, as he sees that, you tried yanking something off of this, and he goes over to you, and it's just like, Addie, are you defiling a grave? What are you doing? And
Addie's grave robbing.
I am not. Just it looks like it would come out for a moment. I thought it might be important.
and Leto's like, what in the nine hells are you? And then he looks at the horn, and his face, you know how people's faces fall? Leto's doesn't do that. His face becomes a brick wall of stoicism.
Oh,
Stoicism?
Stoicism.
I knew it.
Yes. And he says, is there any persuading you all to leave?
Not after that
Do you
reaction.
know what it is, Leto?
I do know what it is.
What is it?
It is a unicorn's horn.
Like crickets?
Hold on, Sahara, please. Oh my god. Move. Sahara, move. Down. Go sit. Go sit. No. You can't step on my laptop. Move.
You gotta get a desk, my guy.
Or at least
Listen.
a table.
Listen. When I move into the house, I'll be fine. So right now I'm in the fucking bed still. Move. Can you okay. Leto says, I believe so. From what I've pieced together, this is... What is this? Aleki's followers... resting places? Devout followers? Something like that?
Her most devout followers.
I'm not surprised. Knowing Cricket, I'm sorry, I can't leave this here. And Leto goes try and pull out the horn. And he rolls
Hold on,
a...
sorry, is this a unicorn satyr or a unicorn's horn?
Let's have Leto roll something for that. Sahara's on my fucking dice. This can't be comfortable for you.
But father, I only wish to
This-
be close to you.
This cannot be comfortable for you to just lay on the dice.
Get a
These things are
Jeez.
pointy as shit. That's the D12.
She's
Where's the
near
D20?
you. Of course it's comfortable.
As long as I'm with father, I will suffer under any condition.
Alright, looks like I'm using the non-DM dice. So hopefully Leto fucking rolls well.
Watch he also whiffs it. That'd be funny as fuck.
What is his... Damn it. It's only like a 10. Fuck.
Can I give Leto the help action?
You sure can.
Okay.
Sahara. Oh my god, Sahara. She fucking whiffed it. Anyway, that's much better. He got a...
Okay, cool.
He got a 26 for that.
That's more like it, Leto.
Yeah, that's more like Alito. I believe this is Unicorn Satyr.
I see.
Wait, no.
That explains a lot about why Cricket doesn't like Maleki. Or at least one can infer.
Hold on, are you suggesting that she and her followers would hunt people?
Well, probably unicorn satyrs to be specific.
Wait,
They're
isn't this?
still
probably a
people,
highly regarded-
Penny.
I'm
They're
a
still
little,
people, Penny.
I'm a little confused here. Isn't this a kind of burial place of honor? If they were hunting unicorn satyrs, why would this unicorn satyr be buried here?
It
No,
could be
the
regarded
person-
as an extremely valuable prize.
No, the person buried here is a halfling.
Oh, okay, that's my bad. I see. So this is like a little.
It's a
It's
trophy.
a trophy. It's a hunting trophy.
Ah, I see. Okay, I got a little mixed up there. DM, when I have a chance, can I do a vibe check on his horn? Maybe throw in some pieces here. Who knows?
I love how you refer to the grim psychometry as the vibe check.
It is in
That's what
fact
he's using it as.
a vibe check.
If this is some kind of trophy, this definitely has some very funky emotions attached to it. So,
Go ahead.
yeah, who knows? Maybe they got this at a yard sale. Maybe someone did get killed. And this got yanked off. We'll find out. Yeah. Wait. Let me ask. Was Leto able to pull it out?
Oh shit, I didn't even roll for that.
Because he's not.
No,
Um,
you
he
got a
doesn't all try.
26.
No, that was to
Oh,
recognize
okay.
whether... I thought that was to recognize whether it was a unicorn or unicorn satyr horn.
Yeah, that was. So I need to
Oh.
roll a strength save for him.
If you can't,
Alright,
I'll give it a try.
Athletics. Come on, Leto. What is that? 18? Yeah, 9 plus 9 is 18. Yeah, so he rolls an
Mhm.
18. He's able to get it out without damaging the horn.
Cool.
And he kind of gets like a handkerchief from like, I don't know, his back pocket or whatever the fuck. And gently starts brushing off the accumulated dirt and everything like that. Gets like his water skin and gently rubs away like not all of the grime because it's like a unicorn satyr horn, but once it's done, it's a straight shimmering opalescent ivory horn in his hands that looks like, as he examines it and you guys all kind of crowd around Leto as he does, you can see that it is sharp to a point, um, and the most kind of sickening of all is that it looks like the horn was, um, it wasn't exactly a clean break. It looks like it was kind of like masonry tools were taken to it, and it was kind of lobbed off.
Gotcha. Sir Smithson, can I have a look at that?
Leto kind of gives you a long look, but he nods his head, not his hand, and and he hands
Yeah.
you. He does the, um, and hands you the unicorn horn.
Okay, I will take the horn and do a vibe check, please.
Okie dokie.
Let me roll for that actually, because. Oh, okay. All right. I got a 27.
With a 27, you do the vibe check. You do your grim psychometry, and you can feel every single negative emotion that is associated with this horn. From the moment that whoever was the owner of this horn, the desperation they felt as, um, they were undoubtedly taught by this halfling hunter, and the pain that they felt when. Hold on. I don't want to be graphic with this because I'm not sure where
They
everyone
were
stands.
hunted.
They were hunted and technically harvested for unicorn parts and all
Oh
that
my
entails.
God.
Gotcha.
And I won't get into details, obviously, but just use your imaginations. Um, spell components, basically, um, that require certain things. Not only this unicorn satyr's desperation and fear and their pain and misery, despite how short-lived it was, but there is that same type of grief from this secondary being that you can feel as well.
Hmm.
It's exactly like the one that you felt in the forest the first time, that you felt before you entered this tunnel second time.
I will take note of that.
So is the
Interesting.
implication then that this unicorn satyr was the same person?
No, the implication is that this being that Henri has been feeling multiple times,
Also touched the horn. Also touched the horn.
was maybe there,
Or
not
maybe
physically,
knew
but in
personally.
spirit. Sure.
Or are you saying that the grief that they're feeling also extends to this whole unicorn satyr situation? Like what I'm
Yes,
feeling
it's
now.
that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's part of their grief. Okay. Good to know. Interesting. Hmm. All right. I think that Henry probably pipes up a bit as there was that point that Addie was, trying to explain away, like, oh no, they couldn't have done that, or yada yada.
No, it was more of like not explain away, but just
Oh.
the shock of the revelation.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no,
Okay.
like why would they hunt a person? That's a person.
Mm.
What the fuck?
Why would they hunt a person? Interesting.
Yeah, Henri, why would they hunt a person?
One
How about that?
one can argue it's the greatest hunt of all. I can confirm
While
that.
he's actively feeling the guilt.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, that guilt's still going on.
How much psychic damage does Henry take?
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. The
Kinda
hair is
ant-
tangled in my wires.
He says that less from a place of course, more like answering the question, like even though it's a bad thing to say, like, if you're all about hunting, what's the most dangerous thing you can hunt? Kind of thing. All right.
Shit, and that's what Addie fucking does.
Yep.
Yeah, Addie. Yeah,
Full
Addie,
circle.
what's it like hunting another person?
She doesn't fucking kill them.
I will say this is a different type. This is hunting in the purest sense, in the sense
hunting
of
for sport rather than for a bounty because
That's what-
someone did something wrong.
they're using the whole body in a way, if we're inferring it right. So it's a fucked up thing to do, but it's hunting, you know.
No, hold on. I have
Hold
to cut
on.
in here and say that this is hunting for sport, not hunting for like
Resources.
yeah. If it was like still if it was a respectful hunt, the death would be swift and as painless as possible.
Mhm.
Like even normal hunters these days are very much the creature does not suffer.
Or suffer as little as possible.
Yeah, I get that, but I did say they were also doing it for spell components. So can one argue there's more than
they were
just
hunting for sport, and then reaping the benefits of it. But from what we
It's like
understand, they were
it's like
effectively
killing a
tortured
lion.
beforehand.
Yeah. And then mounting its head on a wall.
But leaving the rest of the body.
Hee.
How dare you?
Well, I do want to ask further
What
than
did I
like is that what I sensed, that it was just we have this piece here, or I know you couldn't explain it further, but did they use the whole body? I'm just genuinely curious.
You have the feeling that this person was just kind of this unicorn satyr was just kind of, and then like left somewhere.
Okay, all right.
Which is
effectively
where
tortured and left for dead.
A better
yeah.
That's
a
good
better
to know.
analogy.
Okay.
A better analogy. Elephants being hunted for their tusks only, or rhinos for their horns. The
Yeah.
rest of the body is left.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. Because I wasn't as sure, because you did say spell component, so I wasn't sure if it was like a full on thing or if it's just
So
like
like sometimes in certain D&D books and stuff like that, like modulars or something, where elves will be hunted for like ears and hair and blood and whatever.
Wait,
Mhm.
what the
What
fuck?
modules are you reading?
Just you know what I'm talking about.
Probably them old ass.
Either something old or homebrewed.
Like second edition.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
That
So
metal
in
shit.
some second edition modules and stuff, elves used to be hunted for like components. Like they would be sold on like the black market for like their ears or like their blood or something like that.
Mm,
Same vibes here.
What
Gotcha.
the fuck?
Gotcha. Okay. Good to
What
know.
the fuck?
But yeah, I guess Henry would say, after saying that part, he would say, but yeah, I can say for certain that whoever this tomb belongs to, they were the person who killed whoever this belonged to, referring to the horn.
Oh my
Leaves it
god.
at that.
I think Addie sort of like walks away. Probably into like the other half of the room that doesn't have any graves.
I will give the horn back to Sir Smithson.
Did any of the other graves have these horns embedded in them?
So none of the other graves had horns embedded in them, but now that you've seen the horn and you've realized what it means and why it's there, you can see other little signs of the exact same thing happening every other graves, all dating back to about 1,000 years.
Is there any way to recover the remains of the satyrs that were hunted for sport?
Not well. There are some of them haven't been very well preserved. It's been like things like a lock of hair or um or like shavings from like a hoof or something like that. Or the skeletal remains of like the tip of a tail or something like that. So not a lot, but there are a few things that you are able to recover. A few pieces um of unicorn satyr jewelry that Leto recognizes, and Penny due to their proximity to Cricket these last few months. Well, for Penny the last few months, for Leto for like the last like couple of years.
Well, this explains Cricket's reactions.
I was gonna write in my notes. A few graves have a few items belonging to slayed satyrs, and I was like, no, not slain, murdered. Murdered is the word that needs to go here.
Addie, are you alright?
Not really, no. And I think she's as gently as possible gathering what she can find and bringing them to Leto. Um,
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
um, I think Addie is gently gathering everything that is all of these trophies that you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
and is bringing them to Leto.
Ah, thank you, Addie. Um,
They deserve
I
to
don't know if it'll.
put to
Yes,
rest.
I don't know if it'll help, but I can tell Cricket that you helped at least. They'll be. I think this will be good for them and their people. Some closure.
I'm not I'm not doing it to get into their good graces.
All the
This is
same, they'll
this
appreciate it.
I think Addie nods. I think she'll go back up to the other floors, the older graves, and try and find other things left behind.
So, the older the graves get, the less you actually see these, like trophies. It looks like it's just within, uh, last 1,000 years. You can always tell who particularly has a, trophy from a unicorn satyr because their grave, the epitaph, has been chipped away.
Oh, okay, that's a good. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Um, Interesting. Okay. Interesting. After putting that together, and gathering what I can, I'm going to return everything to Leto first off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to turn to Henri. Henri, I have a bit of a favor to ask.
Shoot.
Could you use your grim psychometry on this grave? And I am going to gesture to the newest grave with the no epitaph. I can't fucking talk. I'm curious to know who chipped off the epitaphs.
I can't promise you I'll be able to tell that, but I'll give it a try.
I appreciate it.
Okay. And I'm going to try to see if I can figure that out, because maybe it was done from a place of I'm mad at this person, hatred, or I'm sad because of what they did. Hate, sad. Let me.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah.
sort of what I was thinking.
So yeah, I'm going to try to vibe check it.
Okie dokie. So you vibe check it. You have to roll for that, right?
Yeah, I do. Give me a
Okay.
second. All right, that's a 25.
With a 25, you can tell that it wasn't done out of hatred or sadness. I mean, there was some sadness there, obviously. Sadness for sadness for the life that was lost because of what happened. But it was mostly, you get a strong sense of duty and resignation. They didn't do this because they had to. No, they needed to. They did it because they felt like they had to. That it was the only way to keep the best way to keep someone's memory alive sometimes is to erase somebody else's.
Okay. Can I ask, am I getting, just like I did with the unicorn satyr horn in the other grave, am I getting that attached feeling of grief and worry that I got from this godly being or whatever that was?
No, you were actually not.
Okay, all right. And I don't get anything else about who might have done this?
No.
Okay, all right. So I will word vomit that to Addie, what you said about the possible motive.
Thank you, Henri. I'll ponder what you've told.
I feel for you, Addie. It's a sad day when one runs into the extent of their God's love. I think Henry says before he walks back to everybody else.
With the realization that Maleki's followers were hunting others for sport, it makes sense why she'd be reaching out to Henri.
Yeah. Crazy set of circumstances, that is.
What I find most peculiar is that the hunting of unicorn satyrs didn't happen until 1,000 years ago. For all intents and purposes, it's a recent change. It was noted that her ladyship's personality sort of changed 1,000 years ago, that she was somewhat different, but not by much. Why? Why them? They're just people. Why?
They were different. Sometimes those who are deemed different are not deemed equal to people as they know them.
Leto.
I guess, but I'm an elf, you're a human. Ember's
Society changes a lot in 1,000 years.
Leto, is there any insight you can provide?
I mean, what type of information are you really looking for? Because Cricket is not particularly forthcoming about their circumstances.
Just if you knew anything as to the why.
Well, like Henri said, sometimes you learn the extent of a god's love in the most unforgiving ways.
That is not the explanation I was looking for.
Yes, I know. If you really want my honest opinion, from what I've been able to gather, from what Cricket has told me, please don't let them know I told you this, but it was mostly apparently this. Well, we all know the story of how the gods died 1,000 years ago, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Well, when these new gods took their place, Cricket has told me that sometimes things change. That the gods want to prove themselves to a new host of followers. And sometimes they prove themselves by conducting hunts, by emboldening new followers in different strange ways. My guess is that when Maliki came to power and Leto gestures to one of the graves, the halfling's grave specifically, says, my guess is when Maleki came into power 1,000 years ago as a new fledgling goddess, she wanted to prove herself, and prove herself she did by ordering hunts to happen. Hunts on unicorn satyrs.
Were they just an unfortunate victim of random choice? Or was there deliberate reason?
And Leto looks at you, Ember, and he says, you've seen the extent of Cricket's power. You really have to ask that.
I do. I think, in fact, I do, to get this confirmation out. To have it said out loud.
Well then, no, it wasn't random. You want to know why you've never heard of unicorn satyrs? Not
Because
been
they're all fucking slaughtered, I guess.
no. I mean, yes, but no. Um, from what Cricket has told me, their people are secretive, reclusive, hiding away in the deepest glades and the furthest forests, not touching a hair of civilization to keep themselves safe. And Ember, that little surge of power you witnessed from Cricket wasn't just a random one-off thing of wild magic. It was a defense mechanism.
That I understood.
Well, now you understand it even better. When they get ambushed, when people decide they want to hunt unicorn satyrs, they have somewhat of a defense mechanism that allows them to buy a few minutes of precious time before they undoubtedly get caught and slaughtered.
So what? They were hunted because they have specific power over light?
I don't think so. I don't think Cricket has any specific power of light other than being a light cleric. But Cricket's people are celestials. Celestials that are, well, that were, I suppose, easy to find and get a hold of at some point.
Was she absorbing the fact that they were celestial as a way to bolster her own power?
You'd have to ask Maliki that yourself. I wouldn't
Yes,
know.
I shall.
At the end of the day, the gods don't have to justify the things they do. They don't answer to anyone.
No. Let's keep going.
Let's.
I agree. Let's leave this place. It's weighing on me.
The weight of your sins, past sins, past sins. You guys want to end it here for the night, or keep going?
I'm good to keep going. I have work at 11:30, but that's plenty of time for sleepies.
Yeah, I could keep
Everyone
going for a
else?
little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a little bit longer, not too much.
Okay,
Why
well,
not?
we'll probably call it at like 45 after then.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Justin, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, you guys walk back up, through the effectively what are catacombs, really. Looking at the graves in kind of a new, worse light now, knowing what you know now, from what Leto has shared and inferred with you guys, and your own type of investigations as well. And you guys don't like the picture that has been painted on these hollowed halls. Not at all. Leto kind of hangs back, trying to organize all of the things that he was given by you, Addie. And he helped a bit too, with, grabbing the unicorn parts from the epitaphs that are, I don't know,
The graves.
that were kind of, yeah, the graves that were carved off. And you guys make it back up to that first room again, and go through the door, not the door, through the entrance. And the path starts to kind of slope downwards again as you guys slowly make your way through the through the roots of the tree. Through it's kind of actually like you guys are inside of one of the roots. Actually, that's how big this fucking tree is. Um, and you keep walking and you keep walking. Um, Sometimes you run into graves again, and sometimes you just kind of run into caverns that are growing all sorts of different plants, but mostly just like the rosewood, the mahogany trees, the cacao trees, that is abundant in this particular part of Beastlands. Closer and closer as you get to whatever the part of this tree is. Addie, you can pop off another um locate object, and even though it's still not telling you exactly where it's at, the locate object still leads you further and further down into the into the caves that is this tree. Um and eventually eventually walking walking stopping to refill your water skins, putting up alarm spells every few miles as uh, pressure of this tree gets the pressure and the air in this tree gets denser and denser with every grave um, yard that you guys pass that has more and more unicorn satyr parts. Um, you all eventually come up towards a um into another large cavern that's more like a door. And this door is made completely of wood. Um no, actually this door is different. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This door is different because it's made completely of stone, a material that you haven't really seen within this structure whatsoever due to the nature of what it is. And Addie, you recognize this stone door immediately because you've seen it before in temples, as the front door to temples um scattered around the Arbosite Peninsula, as you all are in front of a temple, and the carvings that the stone has is intricate, yet uh, they're intricate even as they've been worn away, not really standing the test of time. But you know what? That's okay because you see the vines growing, the moss overtaking, the roots that curl up, and the flowers that are blooming on vines. Um, on vines and up the walls and everything like that. You get the feeling that it stood the test of time just as it should have, by going with it instead of going against it and trying to seem new and abundant even as the years worn on. As you all are standing in front of what looks like to be a temple of Maleki. And firing off this one last locate object, Addie, you know for certain that the Orb of Dragonkind is behind those doors.
We're here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Um, can I activate my ghostly gaze to try to see through the other side of the door?
Yeah, can you just put in chat what that does?
Yes. It is one of my Eldritch invocations.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, you can use your ghostly visage. Is that what it's called?
Ghostly gaze.
Ghostly gaze, sorry. Yeah, you can use your ghostly gaze and look through this door. And here is what you see. Because I actually have a picture. I
Getting
do I have a picture?
spoiled with pictures.
You guys sure are. I've been waiting for this one.
I know
have
it's not
no
this
idea.
picture, but I really want it just to be the cycling gif of, yeah, it's all coming together. And that's what's inside.
I'm actually
Lucky
gonna put it
just
in
is
the
a
roll
really big
20.
fan of Crawl.
Here we go. I have to put it into the roll 20, so I have to change the thing. How do you get things? Recent uploads. Upload. Here we go. How do I upload things? Says the person who's been uploading things on the roll 20 for like the last 5 years.
I am very depleted on spell slots.
Don't worry.
I am actively worrying.
I got my 6th level.
Why do y'all need to worry? Have I ever led y'all astray?
I mean,
Yes.
you did say there may be combat this session.
Well, definitely not, considering that we're gonna be done in
Yeah, that's
20
true.
minutes, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do a
Like-
combat, but then it was like 11:15, and I was like, I ain't doing a goddamn combat till like
No,
12.
thank you.
More than likely, we'll get to combat before we get a long rest. Guys, Ginger Snap wants to learn Pyro Ball.
Let Ginger Snap
Cause-
learn Pyro Ball.
Penny, this is what you see. It's on the roll 20.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
You see what looks like to be a broken down cathedral, light spilling in from wrought iron windows, reaching high into the walls, with columns that, like the door, have been subjected to the beastlands just in general. There's overgrown uh flowers and fruiting trees dotting every single part of this cathedral. Um, Grass and weeds poking out from the stonework as you can see, Penny can see at least, obscuring who's ever across, sitting at the altar. Because there is somebody there, but who's ever there is what's in front of them is a large bush that reaches about 15 feet in height and fills outwards just as much. Um, what do you guys do? Penny, you're using your ghostly gaze to see this, and the rest of you are just kind of standing at this door.
There's someone inside.
What?
We best go say hi to them then.
They're leaning over an altar.
Kind of.
I can't.
Oh, great. I
They're
hate
at an
them.
altar. I can't see what they're saying because they're too far. But
Are
they're
they
there, and
like slum? What do you mean by leaning?
To be clear, there is somebody sitting at the altar.
sitting.
Sitting. Okay.
Were they like going through a book or anything? Were they like
There is
actively?
There's something in their lap.
Oh.
Are they moving around at all or interacting with anything, or are they sitting still?
They're just sitting still with this thing in their lap.
I mean, they could be dead. I couldn't tell. They weren't moving much.
Okay.
All we've run into down here is dead things. I wouldn't be surprised. Say we just go inside.
Yeah, I will take the lead if nobody minds. And try and open the temple doors.
Roll me a strength check.
Oh fuck. Henry, can I have some help?
Yes, I will. I will give you my strength. I'll be
Thanks,
up in a
because I
corner
have a
doing most
+1
of it.
to athletics. I'm still a fucking wizard.
My foot's over in the corner, so I'm pushing it just enough to give you the impression that you're pushing it by yourself, so you can have your moment.
Oh my god. Okay. Watch, I roll like absolute piss. Okay, 12. Then 17. Holy shit.
Nice.
Okay, with a 17, and Henri helping you, you are able to start the process of cracking these doors open ever so slightly, little by little, until the entire door is open, and all of you can see the same thing Penny could see: the stone columns, weathered by water and wind, the large bush that is the centerpiece to this temple, and you can't see exactly who is behind this large bush, but you can tell somebody is there.
Just past there, where I saw them.
I see them. I'm going to walk calmly in.
Okay.
I will follow. Quietly. Wait, are we all going in or is it just Addie?
Obviously, yeah, I'm following too. We can't
Cool.
Yeah.
to the creepy
Yeah,
temple.
please
where
don't
we ride.
please don't leave the wizard.
There
The
was
wizard.
there was just silence after that, so it was
You
like, did I
got this,
zone out?
Daddy. This
Did
is
I-
your moment.
Did I zone out at the
It's
exact
all
wrong
you.
moment?
Henry, with hesitation, follows them into the temple.
With
So,
guilty hesitation.
you guys are able to walk into the temple with no problem, and you're able to um, walk around this large bush that you know is that at least Addie knows is a staple in a temple of Maleki. It's probably one of the most important things. Um,
Do the piss bush.
and around this temple, you see a figure. She is sitting up at the altar, um, and she's wearing robes dyed in alabasters and yellows, light yellows, with a gossamer veil shielding her face. And in her lap, she is a sleeping girl, sleeping woman. Um, she's she looks a little plain, with even skin and short, messy brown hair.
Fuck
Um,
lucky.
slender, but looks a little underweight, and she's wearing worn, ragged clothing in dark blues and light purples. And when this figure looks up at you all, she she straightens up, and she's tall, taller than you first thought she might be.
It's
And
the
Honor,
lady!
yeah, Honor, you recognize this woman because she was the one with this all-encompassing grief that was in your flashbacks of the grim psychometry.
Oh, interesting.
Yo, it's the giant woman.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's coming full circle.
I'll try common first, but if the giant woman doesn't respond, I will switch to Sylvan. Good lady. We mean you no harm. We're here looking for an object of great importance that is wreaking havoc on the prime material. The orb of dragonkind.
Yes, yes. I know what you're here for, child of Maleki. No need for the formalities either. I suppose we should be beyond that.
I can't hold it in. I think Hunter would step in next to Addie. I need to know. Did you ever find what you were looking for? Who you were looking for?
You ask that, and you can't see her face from beyond the veil, but her voice shakes with anger, and you've encountered a fair amount of gods at this point, Henri, but they all seemed rather young, in your opinion. Um, compared, not in your opinion, compared to this being that sits in front of you all, the other gods seemed very young in their power they exuded and their posturing that they constantly flaunted, you know, to make themselves seem a little bit more important. But this goddess, is old, very old. She doesn't need posturing. She doesn't need to come down to the prime material plane and kick somebody's ass. She is powerful and she knows it, and she doesn't need to be validated for that. And she says, Blood hunter who follows no one. Every day I search for my child, and I have not found her yet.
I'm sorry to hear that. I felt your pain. Part of me wished to hear it different. I hope you're able to find him one day.
I hope so as well. Now, assume you all have questions. It is only proper for mortals to have them, but I cannot guarantee answers.
How long have you been searching?
It is funny. Millennia used to go by without me even noticing. But 5 years have gone by, and it has been the longest 5 years of my life.
5 years, huh?
One could say that feels like a
Your
lifetime to a
ladyship is her
child.
mother. You are her ladyship's mother.
But I'm sorry, what was that?
Addie said, you are her ladyship's mother. Referring to Waleki.
Me? No, my child.
Oh. Damn, I feel
It's not
stupid.
Maleki. No, you're fine.
Bro, it all connected, and I thought I was having the biggest brain fucking moment.
Your lady, no, child of Maleki. He's right here. I'm not searching for someone who doesn't need to be found. And she gestures to hold on, recent years. Oh, sorry. I forgot to say this. There is a wood elf sleeping in her lap. She gestures to the wood elf in her lap.
Oh shit.
What else? Okay.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Yes, I know. It's the way she phrased it.
I have 3 children of my own. One is quite rowdy. The other one's too smart for his own good, and one's more timid than I would like. What can you tell me about your boy?
My child is very brave to have endured what she has, such hardships and such pain. And more than anything, she has not let her heart to grow dark with hate and grief. She has risen above it.
Is this person Cricket's mom?
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to jump to that conclusion.
I was about to ask. What is your child's name?
You must understand. Names, especially to my children, to all of my children, are special and dangerous. The child I am missing, even more so. Her true name cannot be spoken. I fear that if it is, she will be bound to an eternity of hardship, the hands of those who have stolen her away from me.
Wait, hold on. I'm
Does she
looking
have
for the
a common name that she might use?
weak light on early water.
I do not, an oversight on my part, an oversight that I've been regretting for these last 5 years. I do not bother myself learning common names
Hmm.
that they use to hide themselves.
May,
And you may gain their trust and learn their name, but
hmm,
I cannot speak it.
may I ask, if we cannot know your child by their name, how will we know them? What makes your child stand out amongst the rest?
Their pure soul and the light they have within them, within their heart.
It's fucking
Um, Also, you must understand, this child is special to me. All of my children are special, but she especially so. She was chosen when she was born by me specifically. She was to lead her people, to be their healer, to be the light that guides them despite the darkness.
We all have our favorites, even if we don't care to admit it.
It's
Because I've spent time with Cricket, and like hung out in their room for hours, could I try to use prestidigitation to recreate like their signature scent, possibly? Just
Oh,
like
you know what? There's
someone passing
something
on a
big that I
breeze.
forgot. There's something big I forgot to mention. Fuck.
My guy, my brother in the Thander.
Anyway, on the bush of Maleki, right? Penny, you see these, and Leto recognizes them as well. But there are... Where's my fucking... Fuck. Hold on. Give me 1 second. What's that?
Have we asked this lady her name?
Let me see your face.
Not yet, no.
Maybe straw? What is that?
Giant woman, her name.
All I wanna do
That's
is
if
see
she
it
won't
turn
tell us her name.
into a giant
Hi, baby girl.
woman, a giant woman.
Hi, baby
All I
girl.
That was
wanna
the next
be
question I
is
was gonna
never
ask her.
get to see a giant woman.
Stop, Sahara. Come on. Come on, stop. 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 Come on. Move.
I'll be turning into a giant
Change my
woman.
mind. Kate, you can have my dog.
Hell yeah,
That's a
she will
joke.
be mine.
That's a joke. If you take my dog, I'm killing you in D&D. You tell him, Sahara. Let's see. Paragon of the Poppy, Winter Revolt, uh, Paragon of the Poppy again, Till, Commonality of Spellcasters, Bloodhunter, Sorrel, Henri, Amaris, Helvamore, Voltaris. Where the fuck is it? So those plants that were growing in Cricket's room? The
Uh,
The
Yeah.
nightmare berry and then the fucking something else.
yeah, I don't remember what they're called. I had them written down somewhere, but I can't find my notes somewhere. Maybe it's I have to reorganize my notes. I need to stop putting everything on sticky notes. I want to say Dewdrop Berry, but I know that's from Stardew Valley Expanded, so it's not correct.
I do have another question for this
Hi,
lady.
Sahara.
When you're
Sure
done.
thing. Go ahead and ask it while I look for this.
If you don't mind me asking, what should we call you? What's your name?
Hold on. And this being, this goddess, she stops running her hands through Maleki's hair, and she stop. She uh brings her Sahara. She brings her hands up to um to unclip her veil. I swear to God, this dog is like a cat. She just wants to be on my laptop because I'm on it. Um, she undoes her veil and her head coverings to reveal her hair and face, and she has a shock of wavy, pure platinum hair. It's not white; it transcends that, and um, and it flows down her back, almost mixing in with like her robes that she's wearing, and she has tan skin with pure golden eyes, and pointed ears that resemble that's equine in nature. And she says, "I'm Alona, the woodland goddess of my people, the unicorns."
It's nice to meet you.
I wish I could meet all of you under better circumstances, honestly.
What?
Was Penny able to get that picture of Cricket?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Also on the bush, there's angel snowberries. The fruits that were fucking in Cricket's room were growing everywhere in this temple, which
Mm-hmm.
Addie, you know, aren't Maleki's regular plants, and Penny, you know, are specifically plants that Cricket people cultivate.
Yeah.
Um, as they told you that. Um, and you are able to prestidigitate kind of like an image of Cricket and
Mm-hmm.
Alona, the woodland goddess. Her eyes fill with what do gods bleed again in like Percy Jackson? I forget.
Ichor.
Ichor.
It's like a
Ichor?
golden or
Oh,
Yeah,
black
it's like
ichor.
a
uh,
gold blood.
yeah, yeah. With her eyes well up with golden tears. As a few slip down, and as they slip down, they kind of glide off of her robes and onto the ground, and right where they sprout, more of those berries start growing. Those berries and the vines, that's where they start growing again. Um, and she says, "Yes, my child, stolen from me from right under my nose, stolen from her home."
What do you mean, so
I just turn and look at Leto.
how?
Leto looks right back at you and he says, "Are you implying something?"
Oh, sorry, no, I wasn't trying to imply anything. I was saying, um, perhaps you might be the best one to talk to her then? As the person who has spent the
And
most amount of time around Cricket?
and Leto kind of he looks a little shifty, like he's not particularly gun ho about talking to Alona, but he still approaches uh the dais
I didn't mean to interrupt Addie's
and
question, though, by the way.
yeah, what was his question? I'm sorry.
Oh, Addie was going to ask the difficult question of wait, shit. Okay, hold on.
I think it
Sorry,
was
I'm trying
how,
to think
right?
of huh?
Didn't you ask how?
Yes,
Oh.
how? But like the
Oh.
I had a question before that of if um Lady Alona was the one to like with a steel chair bean Maleki in the back of the head or some shit like that, like to knock Maleki out, or if Maleki's condition is completely unrelated.
Alona says, as you're having this conversation with Leto, Ember, Maleki, Alona, God, she says, yes, I thought it was fitting. These fledgling gods, they have so much power and so little to do with it. And taking over her domain is the only way that I can ensure that my child were to die here in unfamiliar lands, I would be able to guide her soul back safely.
I see.
And Maleki has done such a good job at defiling temples and things like that in her name of mine. It's a little petty, but it seemed fitting.
Why why would she hunt your people in the first place?
I cannot answer that. You'd have to. Well, when my child is finally free, she returns to her homeland. I will leave, and Maleki's presence will open up again to this Argosite peninsula. You might try asking her then why she would do such a thing. I can only guess. Prestige, honor, money. Why do any of you mortals decide to hunt? That isn't for sustenance, that isn't for their necessities.
You're not wrong. And I'm not disagreeing when I am not going to try and wake her up or anything of the sort, but what? I don't know if your children will be safe after she wakes. All I can foresee is that she would just lead a hunt right to your doorstep.
Did you see the graves?
Yes.
Did you see how some of the graves were chipped away?
Yes.
Who do you suppose did that? Who do you suppose ordered that? My children have been safe for almost 500 years now. My child, who was taken from me, was taken for reasons I do not yet know. But it was not due to Maleki. Maleki did not order my child to be taken away from me. She just made it a little bit more difficult for us to be found. After hunts, I ordered everything to be known about my children to be erased from history, to be led to ruin intentionally, so that they never may be hunted again. My child being taken was simply an act of ill fate.
How were they taken?
Like a mirror into her soul.
What do you... I'm afraid I don't understand.
So that would be the two of us. That is the last thing I heard from my child before she was stolen away.
God, is there any magic that is, like, powerful, mirror-based, like, not scrying, I assume? I don't know, like scrying but open up a doorway sort of a thing? I don't know.
Well, like
I have a
this,
casting spell.
this campaign's based is based around like planes. So,
Plane shifting.
not exactly, but gotta use them noggins.
I know of a spell
Bruh,
on a character.
I'm not
Yeah.
smart. My character is though. I'm asking for if roll if if my character could be smart for me.
You can roll an intelligence check
Oh
or a
my
history
gosh.
check
I will do history.
Is this
or an
truly a group
arcana. Roll
roll?
arcana.
Okay.
Can I do a history check knowing about cricket thing with mirrors?
Yeah,
15.
Okay.
Arcana
15. You know of spells that use mirrors, like scrying and planar shift. But
Oh,
it escapes you what exactly. It's almost on the tip of your tongue what Alona is referring to. But you can't make heads or tails of it.
Add a character. Is this Dream of the Blue Veil?
It is not.
Okay.
I think Penny's gonna step up. I may not have known Cricket long, but in the time that we spent together, I feel we have grown closer and learned to understand each other. They have this mirror in their room in the castle. They keep covered up. I don't know if it could be linked, but there may be a way to send them back to you. We can reverse engineer how they were taken in the first place.
I also want to. I
If it
also
is
still want to
true,
hear Lito's conversation.
Leto, yeah. Really quick, we're going to do Penny, and then we're going to do Leto.
Okay.
But Penny, Alona says to Penny, if it's true that you have been spending time with my child, with my daughter, please gain her trust. And if if she trusts you so, she will be able to tell you everything she knows. But on this unfamiliar plane, all I can do is sometimes answer her prayers, where beforehand every prayer was questioned, and I would answer without thinking about it. But she has to trust you, and the trust of Unicorn Satyr is something not gained easily.
Sorry, not me immediately being like, I could just banish Cricket. Boop. But I know for
I
a
don't think
fact
that will
that
have
won't
the
work.
intended effects that you think
I
it will
know
have.
for a fact that would not work, but my immediate thought was Addie's particular brand of banishment. Wee. I know
Addie's
it won't work.
Addie's thinking of logical solutions, not
Not
the
me.
healing emotional solutions.
Yeah, not memes. Not I'm memeing. Addie's not.
But uh, as y'all are having this conversation, Leto walks up to the dais, and you never, Henri, you know that Leto is not a particularly religious man. You two are kind of cut from the same cloth in that regard.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'm loving all this Maleki slander. Hunter's been eating it up in the back.
um, you know that Leto is not a particularly religious man, and it surprises you when he, even though it's very reluctantly, but he averts his eyes from Alona and kind of does like a bow like he would do for the king and queen. And Alona actually looks at Leto, like looks at him to the point where she's kind of like almost staring, and then he looks up and he can't seem to look away. And Alona says, "God of my child, you are somewhat of the exact opposite of her, aren't you? Those hands that have drawn blood, those hands that have caused so much grief, and yet And Alona beckons Leto over, and he averts his eyes again, but comes over, and she says, "Your name." And Leto gives her his name, and she says, and she looks at him like, everyone make an insight check on Alona.
Oh,
Insight
Alona.
check on a
She's doing the full like,
dog?
all right, come on, your real name.
That's a natural 20 for Penny.
12.
Yeah, and
That's a 27.
Damn, Ember still has a higher insight.
I rolled an 18 plus 9.
I have a nat 20 plus 6.
let's see. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got a +1 to my
Addie-
fucking insight. Come
I
on.
don't see dick.
Addie and Henri, y'all are Addie, you're going through it.
Yeah, I'm going
this
through
full stop, you are going through it.
I'm
Like,
going
holy
through it.
shit. Damn. Henri, you're just kind of like basking in the fact that like this is basically like the biggest fuck you to a god that you've ever got to experience
Oh,
in your
yeah.
life
Oh,
thus so far.
definitely.
You are just you're
Having the
basking in
best
this.
time.
As mean, look,
What's
listen,
it?
as mean as it sounds, oh god, I hate saying this. I feel like Henry almost finds enjoyment in seeing someone who believes in a god doubt that. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, there's definitely more than doubt. Like,
just like I feel bad. I feel bad as Henry, feeling those feelings centered around Addie, but it's almost like a feeling of vindication in a way. As mean as it sounds, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very distracted.
Yeah, you both of y'all are distracted just a little bit. Penny and Ember, you guys see Alona is like, listen, man, I know that ain't your real name.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I figured that
But-
out.
But Leto just stands his ground and says, "Is there something wrong? My name is Leto Smithson." And Alona kind of, her shoulders drop a little and she says, "I can understand hiding one's name, but you have seen the hardships my daughter has gone through, and I thank you sincerely for relieving the burden that she has had no choice but to endure." My daughter, she does not have parents, but I know that you care for her as if she was one of your own. I hope that continues. And take out, what is that necklace? And you guys remember, it's been a couple of months, so I'll refresh your memory. When
The little piece
Leto-
that Cricket gave him.
a
Mhm.
piece of ivory
gave
that
all of
Cricket.
us.
No, the ivory was specific. Everyone got something from Cricket, but the ivory was specifically for Leto.
Oh, wait, what?
Or I'm pretty sure
I
it was.
thought I could have sworn you'd, like, said a little bit. Everyone, hold on. Womp womp.
No, Leto takes out the piece of ivory, and Alona says, "That's from her." And Leto nods, and she says, "Then that's much worse than I thought." But she beckons Leto closer again, and he kind of shuffles nearer, and is just like looking back at you guys, like, "Hey, is she about to kill me, or like what?" But Alona simply rests a hand upon Leto's head and gives him a blessing, her blessing to be specific. And she says, for taking care of my daughter. I suppose both of our daughters at this point. And she says, guard her heart as well, my dear knight. I only wish that I could see her grow up as you have. And Leto kind of shuffles away and it's just like, and he's kind of like shaking his head and goes to Honor. He's like, how do I get rid of this?
Rid of what?
She
She
gave me,
put her god cooties all over.
she gave me a blessing. How do I get rid of it?
Right in fucking front of her too. God damn.
You're
He's
asking the
he's
wrong-
muttering
love this
it.
man.
You're
Like she
asking,
can't fucking hear.
you're asking
Like
the wrong
Jedi
guy.
sure.
Fucking hear.
You're asking the wrong guy. I've never been blessed by the gods.
Unfortunately, I've just gotten out of that club.
Oh, wait. Kill their favorite person.
I'm not
You
really
bitch.
sorry.
You fucking dick. How dare you?
Oh my god. Where the
Any other
fuck-
questions for Alona?
Not tonight, I think.
Or do you? Yeah, we can also
Yeah, that
wait.
might be a next session.
Mm-hmm.
It's also midnight, and
Yeah.
I
Yes.
also want to wait for Parm, just so he can ask the questions too.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, you guys have no idea how long I've been waiting on this.